So I went on a little bit of like an obsessive journey, I would say. A couple weeks ago, this person named Oliver Anthony, released a song called Rich Men North of Richmond. You may have heard it. And if your brain already went to it's a political song, then that's what I'm here to talk to you about, because we've got as spiritual warriors, as master connectors with codes of connection, this is where we get to expand and move past the narrative and go into critical thinking. So this is what I'd like to talk about today. This is not a political video at all, although that song has been ripped apart and talked about as politics and everything else. But the reason I bring up this song is because I went on an obsessive kind of like, I've never done this before, but like people create I have a flyaway hair, YouTube reaction videos. They basically like, they put a video up and then they react to it and watch it. And so I watched, embarrassingly so, I watched way too many reaction videos for this song. This song was made by someone completely unknown in his backyard, loaded it up on YouTube, and it became a viral sensation. Richmond, north of Richmond. It's talking about the politicians north of Richmond. So Virginia, which are the politicians in Washington. He's talking about all of them. And if you haven't heard that song, definitely listen to it. It's beautiful, it's powerful, and it speaks to a lot of the things that people are feeling in this country. Again, but the news wanted to create made him out to be, he's a right wing Republican, like darling, and he's a plant, and he because it talks about taxes in the song and it talks about welfare in the song, but like the narrative is so fascinating to me. I used to want to be I almost got my master's in media literacy because I wanted to teach kids how to critically think their way through the media. So I got really fascinated about how people were just spinning this song to create a narrative, and they made it about Republican versus Democrat, and he came out and completely he said it was not about any of that. It was about all of them. Anyway, very bold song. So I watched all these reaction videos and it was so fascinating. It was like, from country singers to rappers to like opera singers watched this song and reacted to it, and they all of them were moved by it. All of them resonated with it. There was like this unity with this song, with all of these reaction videos. And I watched a lot, and not one person didn't love it, from all walks of life. I'm talking, there are YouTubers I didn't even know existed out there. I don't know any YouTubers, but I loved watching it and then I would flip to the media, which I don't watch a lot of media, as you know, but it was like I was on like in school. I was like, this is so fascinating to me. And then I would go and like click on CNN or something, and they were just tearing him apart and saying that this person, no one likes it. It was just wild. And I'm like, everybody loves this song, but they were creating the narrative that they want to create. But also through these reaction videos, one thing I noticed was many people have lost their ability to critically think. Many people are leading by emotion. And I have done that too in my life, where I feel passionate about something and I feel it, but I don't have any facts to back up how I feel. And I'll just be like, that's because it's the way I feel. And people will be like, they'll tell me more. What are the facts behind that? And in the past, I wouldn't be able to offer any facts, or I would just offer a fact of something that I heard someone else say and not really do the research myself. And I'm noticing that we're in a culture like that right now, where people are just, well, this is the way I feel, and you suck, and I'm right. But like, well, why do I suck? Tell me, give me evidence as to why I suck. So I was like, spent way too much time, but I found it very fascinating because I find human beings really, really fascinating. And what it showed me and taught me was that we have got to return back to critical thinking. And if you are doing that and you are thinking for yourself and you're doing your own research and meditating and finding your own voice, bravo, like bravo. There's this book, and I've talked about it before on here, and that one's also controversial as well. So anything I say or anybody that you listen to, please listen to what resonates with you. Some things I may say may resonate and some may not. It's okay, right? This is what's so powerful about, like, we just speak, and then if something resonates with you, awesome. But there's this book called Outwitting the Devil, and it's written in the 1930s by Napoleon Hill, and he's basically having an interview with the devil. And the devil, one of the things he said, the devil, I don't know who he's talking to, but it's very profound. Maybe he is talking to the devil, I don't know, but it's very profound. But one of the things the devil says is, the way I get in to people and skew them away from God is through releasing their ability to critically think. Because when we release the ability to critically think, we're just following the masses. And so that, and you follow your emotional response, your reaction. And we know that when we get in an argument with someone we care about, sometimes we go straight to emotion, we go straight to reaction, and then that's when things go sideways. And I've been talking about connection a lot lately. And even in connection, when we can lead with open thought, critical thought, thinking, grounded energy, powerful energy, and we've worked through our reactions and we've worked through our emotions, then we're able to really come together and see clearly. It's like the shamanic hollow bone. The hollow bone is when you're a clear channel. In a clear channel, we're not overturned and run by our emotions. Now, this is not saying don't feel emotional, don't be emotional. It's not that at all. It's a don't let them run you, right? Like, don't let the anxiety run you, the depression run you, the fear run you, the worry run you, because that's when things go sideways. Feel yourself. Feel it out, and then how do you come back to center? And we are in a culture, and I was watching these videos too with college kids, oh my God, at a protest, it's all emotional, right? It's like when you think about Martin Luther King, it was like peaceful walking. And right now, some of these protests I was watching as I was going through these videos, it's like the people aren't talking. And in order for us to get through this time, this is not all people, I'm talking about, this is general, right? I'm talking about a general sweep. So just keep that in mind as I'm speaking. But we're not going to get through, we got to get through this time, the spiritual war that we are in, and we are. I heard that, I listened to the Palladians. There's a group of Palladians I listen to. I love their work. And they were saying the 20s, the decade of the 20s are going to be the most interesting, fascinating, chaotic, beautiful time in human history. We are in it, and it's exciting to be alive, but there's so much going on. But if we keep being led by our emotions and we're not talking and we're making other people wrong for their views, we're going to be in constant breakdown. And I see it so much, I just stay out of it, because for me, I call myself a political atheist. It's like, I'm not there. It's I'm here. I want to see it all, feel it all, because so we can rise above. And then work in your, I am going to tie it in for 1 second for politics. Work at your local level. My neighbor wants me to run for town council. I don't have time for that here in Cave Creek. But it's fascinating. There's part of me that would love to do that. Like, love to be on town council and help with the planning and think about what's best for the community and make real change on the ground level. That would be amazing. But as far as like the big picture, the big, national, international, atheist here. But all of that stuff gets mixed in, and then with people and their conversation and emotions run high. They run so high, and then we're not talking. And it's not just with politics, it's with how we feel, with the people we love. So as you're going to hear me talk more and more and more about connection, my guides and God have led me to, of course, I'm going to talk about spirituality and the spiritual warrior. I love all that. I love it. It's my love. It's my life. It's like my blood. And I'm getting clear messaging, connection. That is the key. That is the key to getting us through this. And, here's connection. And then there's like all these subcategories, right? off of connection, meaning connection is the nucleus, and then we've got to work to come into clear, authentic, genuine connection. That's it. Check out that song and make up your own mind about it. And I would urge you not to do what I did until you listen to the song first and then feel how you feel and listen to it with an open mind. Rich men, like rich, R-I-C-H, north of Richmond. And decide for yourself, you know? And I even listened to people, reaction videos from people from Germany and India. They all loved it. And these are YouTubers that have, people were crying. Like these rapper dudes and like big old country music stars, and like they're crying listening to this song. I love that. I love it. And I love that it brought so many people together, so many. But what I don't love is how the media has to pick and pick and pick and pick. You can see how that's my emotion. It just has to pick and pick and pick and pick. See, I just ran with emotion. Oh, Beth, back it up. Back it up. How are they picking? Well, I just don't like it. I lose all credibility if we were in an argument or in a debate, I should say, and they were like, well, prove to me that they pick. Well, they just pick, and I don't like it. But if I had some facts to back it up, then you'd be like, oh, let me think about that. That's interesting. And the same with our day-to-day. Same with our day-to-day, and not using facts to be right about things, using facts to be intelligent. I don't know why these energies are coming to me today a lot, and I'm talking about them more than any usually do, but the Pleiadians, the Arcturians, the Sirians, those energies, those multidimensional beings, they think differently than we do. They are not run by emotion. They really aren't. They are run by clear thought, connection to a higher source, and clarity. Super interesting. But also, we also learn through emotion, human beings. So there you have it. All right. My name is Beth Osmer, and I will see you on the next video.